of America and ninjas. This movie has neither of them. I'm Sam.
Well, they had lots of pretty colored costumes. I'm Jackie.
He'll do whatever it takes to save America, as long as he can take his sweet-ass time doing it. I'm Justin, and this is American Ninja 4, The Annihilation, on Sticker Madness. Good thing you're doing that now, Sam. Thank you.
Got that out of the way. I had the mic too close to the phone notebook there.
Okay, this is Sticker Madness on the show this week. It's a follow-up from my last pick, American Ninja 3. The last Dudikoff, American Ninja 4 from 1992, currently streamed, not 1992, 1990. Currently streaming on Tubi TV, canon movie with Bradley Cooper, David Bradley, and no Kevin James, Ronnie James, Steve James.
Steve James.
Yeah, he's not in this one. Instead,
missed him.
Karl. Hi, Karl.
I tried to figure out who the fuck this guy isn't anybody. He's in a couple of fucking Don the Dragon Wilson movies, and that's it.
Nice.
Probably as the guy that doesn't know karate in those movies.
Yeah, exactly. The comic relief. The guy from American Ninja 3, there was the same character in American Ninja 3. That guy actually kicked a lot more ass than Karl did. Karl was arguably the most useless human being that's ever been in any of our films.
The fucking douchebag hair guy in American Ninja 1 serves a greater purpose. And that's, he serves no purpose.
Yeah, Karl sucks. And like, he's, oh man. Okay, we'll get into all that. Dudikoff's back though.
45 minutes into the film.
Yeah, 45. Yeah, but then like, he is wall to wall for the rest of it. David Bradley takes a serious back seat. Like, I wonder what the negotiations were to get Dudikoff back. Was he like, well, the only way I'm going to do this is if David Bradley looks like a little bitch the whole time.
It's worse than that. I have all these answers.
Okay, all right, let's go.
I'll start with Cedric Sundstrom, the South African director, returns to American Ninja 4 from American Ninja 3. One of our listeners found one of those Ollie Reed movies on YouTube that we were looking for this week.
Yeah, The Revenger.
The Revenger, yeah, that was one of them that I think that Cedric Sundstrom, it may or may not have been one of the Cedric Sundstrom ones, but it is one of the Ollie Reeds I'm looking for, so.
Okay, does that have to do with American Ninja?
No, it just has to do with the director of American Ninja 4 and American Ninja 5, you shall know right now, it does not have anything to do with American Ninjas.
Okay.
It was like Ninja Justice, American style or something. American Dragons. I actually wrote this down.
David Bradley's in it though, so Sean returns.
He does not.
Oh?
David Bradley plays Joe Castle.
What?
It was American Dragons. The tail end of the mess that was canon films are like, this isn't going to make it onto the shelf. If it's not an American Ninja movie, and they're like, we already made it. It already has the shelf space. It's American Dragons. It's David Bradley. The same idiot is going to rent it. His name is Sam.
Right.
He's going to rent it. It's fine. Nope. It's got to be American Ninja 4. All we're going to do is piss everybody off if we put it there. American Ninja 5 it is.
Oh, man.
So this is functionally the last American Ninja.
Okay. All right. I was thinking about pulling the trigger as my next pick. This is American Ninja 5. But I'm going to do it anyways because it sounds American Dragons. I'm fine with it. We'll call it American Dragons, and that'll be the episode.
It's like the last smolders of the dumpster fire, so we may as well.
Might as well. Okay.
The bad guy in this, who plays Mulgrew, James Booth.
You mean Colonel Neil Diamond?
Yeah.
We come into America Ninja 5 today. He looks like Neil goddamn Diamond.
Kinda.
You
know what he did that really helped his career out? Because he was he's been a character actor. He's kicked around stage and screen for years.
Hot August Nights?
No, he did something that he turned a role down. Alfie. He's like, I don't think I want to do that. And Michael Caine did it.
Yeah, right.
Bad call.
Yeah.
Bad call. Also, he wrote this.
Okay.
He wrote a bunch of fucking canon movies he was bored.
Yeah, right.
This guy's an interesting guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to talk about him anymore.
Maybe we'll have to. Maybe he's got a semi Oliver Reed career trajectory that maybe we should look into a little bit as well.
Yeah, he wrote this. Apparently, the first American Ninja, Prayer for Death with Pray for Death with Shokasugi, and Avenging Force with Dudikoff.
Okay, yeah, we saw that.
Yeah,
and Sweet Caroline.
Bum, bum, bum.
And I think this was 91, maybe. It could have been 91, but either way, there's a reason Steve James didn't do it.
Okay.
Because he decided to do McBain instead. So if Steve James gave up on this,
no
then...
kidding.
What?
He's like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm going to go with this walking guy on McBain.
Sorry, Cannon Boys. Sorry, Urim.
The lead actress, Robin Still.
Dr. Chesty?
Dr. Chesty is a tragic figure. She was in like Sorority Massacre and some other Get 'Em Out movies.
Yeah.
She didn't want to get him out anymore. She really wanted to act. And then people were like, well, we're not going to put you in movies unless it's shit like this, unless you get him out. So she became an alcoholic and killed herself.
Wow.
5 years after this, at the age of 36.
Why didn't you tell us that after the whole movie? Because now I'm going to feel bad every time I'm like, Dr. McChesty, Dr. McTittles. Like, oh, no, that's my entire notes. Every time she's on screen, it's Dr. Knockers. And now I can't do that.
Well, you can.
I mean, I can, but I also, I'm going to be like, and she was a well-loved person who met a tragic fate. And if you have any thoughts of self-harm, call the suicide hotline. And now I have to say that every goddamn time instead of Dr. Knockers.
Yeah.
Piss. Seriously, though.
So you're wondering about the relationship of David Bradley and one Michael Dudikoff.
I do.
Who knew each other prior to either one of them being on screen. They worked out at one of Bruce Jenner's gyms.
Oh, okay.
Bruce Jenner had a chain of gyms in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Dudikoff just liked chasing ass and surfing, whereas David Bradley is like, I think I'm going to get big into these karate movies. And he's like, oh, yeah? I just got a job as an American ninja, and I don't know shit about karate, so your life is stupid. He's like, fuck. I guess I'll take over for you when you get bored of that, because there's not enough surfing involved. So the producers are like, we're going to bring you back. We're going to bring Dudikoff back because James is out, and we figure you can't hold this up on your own. And he's like, seriously, I know karate.
Right.
And he's like, great, I know him. We're friends. We can, like, he has this whole buddy thing, and we can do this thing where it's like a team up for the whole movie. And they're like, yeah, he's not going to do it unless he's the alpha ninja, and he's not even going to show up halfway through. And he's like, I'm friends with this guy. What the fuck?
My buddy is a douche. That's hilarious.
Whatever, it all pays the same. What shithole are you sending us to now? And they're like, Joburg. And he's like, oh, great.
Yay. Oh, my God. Dudikoff. What a butthole.
Kind of. I don't
God
blame
bless
him for it. He's like, well, there wasn't enough surfing in the other movies.
Right. That's like, all he wants to do.
His
entire career was financing his surfing addiction.
Yep. And if you're David Bradley, you can't really be mad because you get to be in a movie anyway. Like, all right, fine, whatever. I guess he's calling the shots. My buddy.
He does get to do a little American ninjaing, a tiny bit. But for the majority of this movie, he is in chains in a basement.
Mostly. Well, he has to be in the first half of the movie that Dudikoff decided not to show up for.
Right, somebody had to.
That's the concession, I guess. For unsung martial arts heroes, we have Kelly McClung, the super ninja that shows up midway through.
Shredder?
Ninja?
The what?
The Shredder?
Ninja Templar?
The head ninja that's the Shah-Blah-Blah is what I called it.
Shah-Blah-Blah.
Shah-Blah-Blah.
Nah.
He's just generic, evil Middle Eastern guy.
Eye patch ninja, right?
Yeah, I think he's the super ninja that has to fight Dudikoff at the end.
Yeah. Eye patch ninja,
So,
which is not Joe Armstrong's first confrontation against a ninja wearing an eye patch.
No, it is not. Kelly McClung was so active in this film that he played one of the Delta Force guys that gets shot on the front end, doubles for both Dudikoff and Bradley in a lot of the sequence. Like, he's actually got shots that they cut together because of the sort of rampant and haphazard shooting of this, where they just cut together some shots of guys fighting where he's fighting himself.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Man, I really kicked the shit out of that guy. That's you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That pretty much is the bulk of the interesting things about this movie.
Yeah, yeah. DTV, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, this one on a shelf.
I don't think
This was
3
This
also.
was about this was about shelf space.
Okay. All right. Jackie, you got any things you want to speak about before we get into the plot of this thing?
Well, somebody massively fucked up during the aerial shot of Evil Ninja Camp because they had the blue banners behind the yellow guys and the yellow banners behind the blue guys.
Okay. All right. So the ninjas don't know their marking.
Or somebody's fucking colorblind.
Or not marking, blocking. Yeah. Let's we should reference this at some point because there is a lot of different ninja in this, but there's probably more ninja in American Ninja 4 doing not ninja stuff, but there's more bodies we are told are ninjas than in any of the other ones. Like they got like 300 ninjas at this ninja training camp that they always have in every single one of these movies.
Yeah. They got really aggressive with the color coding of the ninjas too, even though it doesn't really make sense other than the yellow ones are kind of shitty.
We got to go back to the hierarchy of colored ninjas. Who's the top?
The red
Is it
ones.
Red?
Red
Red
ones.
because we're told that the red ninja force or whatever is like, oh shit, Jesus, they got red ninjas. And then
But the black ninjas are doing all the heavy lifting.
yeah, they're doing all the legwork. But does that make them the lowest? Or
No, the yellow ninjas are the security force. They're just shitty.
They're
Yellow
just
ninjas
shitty.
are the shittiest.
Okay, all right.
They're
What
like the
about
guards, and
blue-
Super Ninja has a little red and black, so he runs
Okay.
both teams, I guess.
all right, and then blue is just like IT or something.
I didn't even see any blue ninjas. Was there
Yeah,
blue
there's-
ninjas?
there's
Yeah.
blue ninja, but I think they're like fixing everybody's emails inside Evil Ninja
Yeah.
Fortress because they don't do any of the fighting. They just go ha ha ha. Okay, guys,
That's
go
the,
Soldering ends for the radio connections.
let's go
Yeah.
fix the printer.
they're cleaning the toilets and fixing your food.
Oh, they're maintenance. Okay.
Maintenance ninjas.
Ninjas. Yeah, I like it. Okay. All right. So here's where we're at. I don't know. I don't know where the hell we're at. I don't know where any of this takes place at. I only know where it's filmed at. So I'm assuming that it's supposed to be taking in South Africa, but it doesn't seem like South Africa at all. Because we've got some randos who I guess are Delta Force. We're told later that these guys are Delta Force, but I've seen the Delta Force. These guys are not the Delta Force.
No, they're not them.
They are wankers.
I mean, we should start out with the title card. It has a title card like a television show rather than an actual title sequence like a movie.
Yeah, right.
And it blows.
Uh-huh.
It's impressively terrible.
All right, so the Delta Force is trying to get away from whatever the hell that they were doing. We figured that out later, but they're getting chased by, it seems like, guys with guns and also ninja.
Yeah. There seems to be a element of paramilitary units that are being sort of shadowed by ninjas, but the ninjas care not for these paramilitary guys. They're like, we have the same objective. We're going to accomplish that objective. We're not going to help you at all. You can all die. Fuck it. Whatever. Don't worry. Nobody's going to get away. We've planted some ninjas in the river.
Okay. All right. So you think that there's multiple clandestine squadrons involved in this getaway?
I think that the general has his men and Shah-Blah-Blah has his men.
Okay.
And they're not really a cohesive unit.
All right, I see. They also make very questionable decisions as far as their attacking, because the ninjas sometimes do really good work at killing the military guys, and then other times they stop with whatever tactics work and just dive into bullets. Like at one point, The guys are shooting at them. The ninjas are unimpeded by bullets, and they're shooting arrows. Shoot. They're just taking guys down left and right. And then the ninjas decide to attack with swords up close and just get blown away.
Yep.
Good job, guys. And then, like, on the same side, on the other side, like, they're running along. Everybody's getting away, the paramilitary guys, and then one of them just beelines away from his buddies and gets hacked in half by a goddamn ninja. And it's like, dude, just follow your guys that aren't dying, you moron.
My favorite was when everybody jumped up on the rock, the giant rock. All the ninjas jumped up on the rock and immediately got mowed down by the machine guns.
Right. Why did you do that? What? Just do the thing that works. You already have a template because you saw bodies falling.
I also noticed that during this run, they are killing them off left and right?
Mm-hmm,
but then they leave the last 4 alive.
Right.
And it kind of makes me feel like this is a Running Man situation where if they can get to the end of, like, there's a marker, and if you could get past the flag, then the ninjas will leave you alone and you can, because it really does seem like they're trying to get somewhere specific so that they'll be safe, but then they get in the boat and they get ambushed.
Because there was ninjas in the river. Had they made it down river far enough, there would have been a chopper there with M60s that would have mowed down anything.
Yeah. Jackie brings up a point, though. It is too bad that we didn't get enough Gymkata. Like, we needed more Gymkata at this point in time rather than, like, terrorist movies. Like, ninja competitions. There should have been more movies with ninja competitions in it. Just guys running away from it through a ninja obstacle course. I would have...
The ninja obstacle course, I'll give you that. It didn't, but, like, the ninja tournaments, I mean, any Don the Dragon Wilson movie is
not tournaments. No, we're not. We're good. I'm talking straight up Gymkata. You get a bunch of guys, paramilitary, like Dan's there, of course. Schwa's from The Running Man. And I don't know. Van Damme from Hard Target. You get them in there. They got to go through the ninja obstacle course for the entertainment of the Shah-Blah-Blah.
I disagree. I think that Most Dangerous Day Game has been done too much, if not anything.
Yeah, but this isn't you're not hunting a man. The men are hunting a way out of the obstacle course, and there just happens to be ninjas standing in their way.
Okay.
Yeah, we should have done more of that at this point in time, is my point. Okay, so they do reach the the raft. Excuse the coughing. Dear listener, you're going to get a lot of that this week, as you know about my condition last week, and now Sam's got it. But they do reach this raft. They reach the river, and I'm going to disagree with you guys. I am an eagle-eyed viewer. These ninjas were not waiting for them in the water. These were burrowing ninjas, because while they're climbing into the raft, they're getting chased from the shore by ninjas who stop at the river, cuts back to the guys in the raft, and then all of a sudden there's ninja in the water and there's none on the shore. Those ninjas burrowed down onto the beach, under the water, and popped up and said, "Ha ha, we could have walked here, but instead we're ninjas. We burrow."
Aqueous badger ninjas.
They have to sneak in their bullshit burrowing at least once in a movie. You just got to sometimes watch it for it, because if you're not paying attention, you'll miss that the sweetest of all ninja tricks: digging tunnels rapidly in dirt.
Yep.
Like moles, little black apparel moles with shurikens. The ninja. How do you take these guys seriously?
I don't know.
I mean, like, okay, here's the world we live in this movie. They've got terrorism. Yes, this is pre 9/11. And Shah-Blah-Blah has got a dirty bomb, and he wants to blow up New York with it. Okay, all right. That's standard terrorist operation playbook. Why do you have ninjas? Because if I'm the Secretary of Defense and I'm sitting there in the war room and we're doing the whole how I learned to stop fearing the bomb and loving it scenes, and they're like, well, they're gonna these guys are a real problem. We've got the Taliban over here. We've got the Mujahideen. Thanks a lot, Rambo 3. But in this country of whatever-istan, they've got ninjas. Oh, my God. It's not something I would say. I would be like, okay, let's just worry about the Taliban and the Mujahideen, because those are jokers. We do not take them seriously if they've got ninjas.
How are we going to counter their burrowing abilities?
With
what?
Guns.
I don't know. Flight? We have an Air Force? I mean...
F-16s, Tomahawk
how do
missiles?
we not counter their burrowing? What does their burrowing ability counter other than escape by raft? Dubiously.
You know, we've still got a shit ton of M1 Garands. How about we use, we save our M60s for a real conflict and just send a bunch of teenagers with M1 Garands against these goddamn ninjas.
Yeah. What's all that noise? All the assholes burrowed through the minefield. I don't think they're happy about it.
The weird thing is it was their minefield. They're the ones that put those there. I guess they just can't stop burrowing. So dumb. Ninjas are stupid. Don't take them seriously. Okay, so back in the States at a wedding that Leslie Nielsen happens to be officiating over.
Is this stolen directly from Navy SEALs?
It's Navy SEALs, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Also, this guy was not a Navy SEAL before.
No, they call him an operator.
He was just a guy at a tournament.
Sean.
Sean.
Yeah, he was just a guy at a tournament, a ninja tournament.
This doesn't line up to the last one at all.
Huh.
His name, it's the same guy, though, apparently.
Yeah, it's
Things have happened in between.
Sean Davison. Like, oh, hey, that guy is immune to poison. Let's make him a CIA agent. Which I guess if you're a CIA agent, you probably want to be immune to poison. I think that's the number one way those guys die. Vlad, looking at you. Oh, I got pushed out of a hospital window. If you could be immune to poison, honeypots, and getting pushed out of hospital windows, you're a goddamn great agent.
Yeah.
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. You know what I'm saying? James Bond out there getting some of that octopussy. Well, he's not immune to poison. Sorry, MI6. You know? Anybody remember James Bond? Okay. So yeah, Karl's getting married, and Sean's his best man. And Sean's like, I happen to bring a walkie-talkie to a wedding, and that's the communication devices that the CIA... We had pagers at this point in time, but no, he's got a walkie-talkie, and Command's like, all right, you gotta get down here right away, Sean. We've got a ninja. we got a ninja. I can't do it. These ninjas, I can't take them seriously.
Also, I'm outside, otherwise this walkie-talkie wouldn't work.
Right.
And I'm saving Karl from a bad mistake. Get him out now.
Thank God for these ninjas, right, Karl? Am I right? All right, so him and Karl get pulled out of the wedding. They go to this briefing, and they're told that we learn about Shah-Blah-Blah and his dirty nuke, and that he's teamed up with Colonel Neil Diamond, and Colonel Neil Diamond has captured a bunch four Delta Force members, and they're going to kill them unless they get $50 million, and also they might blow up New York City.
50 million?
50 million.
What are they going to do with that? Feed the ninjas for a week?
They've already started the ninja school. If we know anything about American Ninja, like what you do with money is you just buy more ninjas. They've got a lot of them.
That doesn't get them a whole lot more either. You really start thinking about, I mean, even if ninjas have meager salaries because of their dubious nature.
50 million seems like that would buy a lot of ninjas.
I don't. For how long?
Well, they're all going to die because they're
just trying to make ends meet on their terrible plans. We'll ransom 50 million again in a month.
Yeah. I just think it's just a revolving door of... seriously, you've got ninja carcasses everywhere. Like, even just cooking dinner, those ninjas are killing themselves. So you gotta keep the pipeline filled with more ninjas. It's a revolving door at ninja training places.
Yeah.
If you know
Also,
anything about these movies.
More things have happened since the last American Ninja, because before, Joe Armstrong was just a private and Colonel Thickock's screw-ups.
Right.
And now he's been a secret agent and he's left for the Peace Corps.
Right. He's pulled a Rambo. Like, I'll never come back to you, Trotman.
I guess.
So he's up at a Buddhist temple, dipping his hands in gummy bears and honey for prize fighting. Different movie, also starring Charlie Sheen. So this is just a Charlie Sheen remake, this episode. All right, so he's like, you don't understand, Karl totally sucks at everything. Yeah, we do get that, but he's all we've got. What about Joe Armstrong? Joe Armstrong, I called him, I said, hey, and he immediately hung up. And then a fist went through the phone and punched me in the face. And so I don't think he's interested. He declined politely. So, you guys are...
But did you tell him I was going? Yeah, we did. And he was like, I have to be the Alpha Ninja. But my friend... Oh, in the movie, he's even a douche.
Right. So they drop in from the plane, parachute
they
in.
send him in a fucking room. This is the world's biggest threat. We're going to send you in a 70-year-old male plane.
Right. How do you know it was a male plane?
Didn't you see his little balls?
Hey-oh.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I didn't get that till I was like 20.
I know. You say that every podcast.
Yeah, I know. Okay. The password is Big Blue Wrecking Crew. That is not... That's more than one word. That's like Big Mac Attack isn't a password.
New England clam chowder.
Yeah, it's like a phrase. New England clam chowder is, I guess Big Blue Wrecking Crew is a thing, but like, really?
Right.
That's the password?
I like that when they jump out of the plane, Karl dies immediately.
Yeah.
He just splats on the ground. Like, there's this long sequence of them parachuting down. Oh, here they come, here they come. Sean lands perfectly, and then just thud comes Karl. Yep. Well, that's what I thought Karl was going to do when I got here. I guess it's just me now, because I guess Mrs. Karl's not a widow because they didn't get it done. That's a bummer for her. She doesn't get the military benefits, but she missed it by 5 minutes. Skip to the end, said Karl's future wife, and Minister Leslie Nielsen ignored her. Okay, so they meet their contact. His name is Paulo.
It's Pongo.
Pongo? I thought it was
Pongo.
I can't understand a damn word this kid says. And
he's 14.
Okay, yeah, he's a kid.
He's a kid.
Yeah.
This is a shitty contact for them to have.
This is not a well-prepared operation by any means. His car won't even start. There's a threat to the freedom of the entire world, and they put what's Pongo? Pongo?
Pongo is in charge of this, and he's got a Datsun.
Datsun that won't even run.
77 Datsun 510. Some flames on it.
The entire force of the American military industry, and they got Pongo.
Pongo.
Yeah, you know you're fucked when Pongo shows up. You're just like, You know what? Nope. They can all fucking die. I'm walking away.
Battleships with big guns and aircraft carriers and Bradley tanks. We stormed goddamn right through Kuwait. Like Kuwait was like, hey, look at those. Oh, they're gone. Into Iraq at this point in time. Wiped their whole Saddam was like, oh, no, my porno movies, they're going to find them. And seriously, they got it dirty. Okay.
Pongo.
So
Pongo takes him to a nightclub.
Uh-huh.
Because he's allowed to go there because he's 14.
Right, yeah.
In this nightclub, is filled up with insurance and salesmen on vacation.
Yes, it is.
It is just like, what the fuck?
Who are you? And they're all giving them the stink eye as they walk in. Like, wait, you look like me. We look like the same people, and you're stink eyeing me. Like, why? Am I suspicious? Because if I'm suspicious, you're suspicious. We're all suspicious.
Here's the deal. The rest of the people in the bar haven't showered in a while. It's hot.
Right.
They've been in that little dungy, dingy bar for a couple of nights now.
Uh-huh.
And these people smell fresh. So when they walk in, it's like, oh my God, is that what the outside smells like?
Yeah, we've got an ivory soap alert.
Bunch of guys in Old Spice smell some aspen and start giving the stink eye. Who are these fucking high-to-do assholes?
They must be here to cause trouble. I also like the band at the bar. Did you catch them, Sam?
I don't think I remembered them. No,
they
didn't write them down.
So it was like an 8-piece, but the soundtrack that was playing was just a drummer and like a triangle player.
Dice. Yeah, the Foley work is terrible.
Ting 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 ting. Maybe there might have been a keyboardist in there at some point, but yeah, there was like a whole horn section on screen, and none of them are doing anything. It was awesome. Okay, so they go in. They're told, "Hey, you guys look like jokers. See these guys out." Big guy tries to do it. He gets his ass kicked. 2 more guys come in. They get their ass kicked by Sean. Karl does nothing.
Karl slinks off like, I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Oh, I've seen this happen before. I'll be goodbye. I'll be over here. And the bartender's like, oh, well, now that you've wrecked my entire establishment, you broke one of my pool tables by using a man as a hammer on it.
Yeah.
Those are like $5,000, just so you know. But I like the way you handle the cut of your jib. Let's go upstairs and talk about this. You must be my guys. Because the bartender is their other contact who's going to tell them where the bad guys are, I guess.
I figured this out later,
Mm-hmm.
but they're trying to get to Mad Max at this point.
Oh, okay, all right.
They're supposed to go to whatever place that Mad Max is happening.
Sulphur Springs.
Yes, Sulphur Springs. We need to get to Sulphur Springs.
Okay, all right. Because, well, wait, aren't you here to get that nuke and those hostages? Yeah. Well, don't you want to know where they're at? No. We want to know where Mad Max is.
Well, they've realized that they're actually the B Squad, the C Squad, and even the F Troop.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to enlist local help.
Okay. All right. I see. Okay. So, well, do you still want to know where the fortress is? Nope. I don't. Just Sulphur Springs. All right. So, the cops are arriving, and the cops are in the back pocket of Colonel Neil Diamond, I think. And
I have a different note on Colonel Neil Diamond. I actually thought that he was the owner of a series of wholesale floor distribution centers.
Okay, all right, I can see that. Yeah, he dabbled in the Kenny Rogers chicken, but it didn't work out the same with everybody else. But now he's back to selling shoes,
flooring. It's something you can stand on.
Oh. Recession proof, right?
Yep. Well, he's going to need a floor.
Yeah, Colonel Neil Diamond is arguably the most boring villain ever. So he comes in. He's like, hey, it smells like ivory soap in here and aspen cologne. I know that there must have been some clean guys in here. Where did they go? And the bartender's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, oh yeah, whatever. So he shoots him in the face. Bartender's dead. And Pongo's like, oh, they're in the closet. So they bust out Karl and Sean and dive out the goddamn window.
Well, in Pablo's defense, he was getting awfully rape vibey. General Neil Diamond. I mean, he's pulling his shirt off so he can touch his bare shoulder, and he's being all fucking creepy.
He was definitely going to put his tongue in that kid's ear.
Yeah.
Yucky.
It was.
I don't know if. At 14, if a grown-ass Neil Diamond put his tongue in my ear, I wouldn't betray my buds. I wouldn't.
I would.
Well, you're not Pongo, the linchpin of this entire operation, who's like, they're right there.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't even have to put your tongue in my ear. I would have told you. Because
I was in the middle of telling you, but you got weird about it.
Solitary Man's a great track, man. I'm just saying. That's enough for me. They're in the closet. Okay, so they burst out. They jump out the window. Pongo, he sneaks around somehow and catches up to him in town. He's like, "Here, follow me. I'll take you to a woman who was treated unfairly. She was really, really treated unfairly, and they say she's a nurse, but she's a doctor. Like, this movie's just doing its usual shit.
All of those people are dead. She's a coroner.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, it did seem like they were taking in new patients, though, out in front of this place.
New dead guys, come on in here.
You're not dead yet. Just hang out front until you die, and then I'll put you on a cart in there.
I don't want to go on the cart.
Could you even imagine how gross this place smells? There's no refrigeration. The bodies are just hanging out there.
People, places, yeah, they smell pretty bad. Even when they have refrigeration, Jackie. Dead, yeah, no, that's the no. I don't think she's a good coroner because you got to put those bodies in the ground, lady.
Well, at one point in one of the shots, right when they're actually in the morgue, there's a toe tag on one of the guys, and it says 100%. Like
100% dead.
100% dead.
Yep. She's terrible at her job.
100% grade A beef. What happened
with that guy? He is 100% dead. I was able to verify that. Do you have a cause of death? Oh, no. There's only one of me. How could I do all of this?
Do you have anybody who's less than 100% dead? Oh, yeah, a bunch of these dead guys over here. That guy's only at 60% dead.
I think they're all 100% dead, but I haven't, I haven't got to them yet. I got a bag of sticks over there. Gonna start poking them.
Gotta crunch the numbers. gotta put some things in Microsoft Excel. Excel tells me the percentage that they're dead. It's all very scientific. So they get in. She's like, "Hi, here, hide under these sheets that have dead body stuff in them." And they're like, "Okay." Sean's running around. He's like, "There's no dead body sheet for me, though. I'll have to hide behind this dead guy."
He wasn't sad about that. He was like, he took one look at those sheets and was like, "Hell no, that one had the Black Plague."
Yeah, there's blood. There's a bit of brain still on this one. They're all covered in Duke. So no,
God, it's gross.
No, I'm not doing that. Pongo's like, "Not the first time I've done this." I mean, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hide under a dead body blanket. I mean, this is South Africa, right? And then before apartheid. Free Mandela. I'm tired of being under dead people sheets.
Good news is Wednesday's pizza day.
Oh, yeah. In South Africa. It's a nationwide thing every week. That's why Elon had to get out of there, is because he hates pizza because he's a fascist. You can't talk about South Africa and apartheid without bringing up Elon Musk, right? And
being a fascist and hating pizza.
His hatred for pizza, which, aside from all the other fascist things he does, hating pizza, I think that qualifies right there as being a fascist.
Okay.
Hitler hated pizza.
Where was Mussolini at on pizza?
He was more of a pasta guy, so he's kind of 50-50. I mean, like, it is pasta, and he made the trains run on time. So, fascist? I don't know. The history is out. Unclear. No, he was a fascist, Sam.
Okay. Well, where was he at on pizza?
I hated it.
Okay.
Pizza! What the hell is this stuff? I'm invading a Poland. And then he went down a tube and dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, and then he's in Poland. It's me, a Mussolini. You're all about to die.
Good God.
Oh.
He did land on one of the spiky turtles.
So we get home. Now we got home.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So, oh yeah, back at the morgue. So the cops come in, and she's like, there's lepers. There's a leopard colony that died. Go ahead and take a look. And he's like,
as she's scratching her face with her medical glove.
with her bloody gloves.
With
And then
her-
he's got like blood on his head. Did she touch him?
No, he got hit in the head.
He got bonked? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So either way, he's got an open wound on his head, and he walks in there knowingly that it's not really lepers, but he doesn't know that. He thinks it's lepers. He's got a flesh wound on his goddamn face. I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do it anyway. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. Let him get away. We're going to find him again eventually. They smell
Send
good.
Gary? He's got a bunch of Garys behind him. Send Gary in there. He goes in there. This is also...
He's got a lieutenant that consistently drinks other people's drinks throughout the movie. Send him in. He's going to do it. He drinks other people's drinks
Here,
like
take
6 times. He picks one up off a table that's nice and just starts drinking it once. It's like, who are you? Your lieutenant drinks other drinks. He has a name. I think I wrote it down later.
All right. So it works. He leaves. They come out and they're like, whew, that was really close. And Doctor, I can't. You know what? She still has
Her
a
name
great
is
rack.
Sarah.
She has a great rack. It doesn't change. Her tragic end does not change the fact that she is stacked.
She's stacked. Her name is Sarah. She has eyes, by the way.
Okay. All right. So she's like, well, I clearly can't stay here because eventually he's going to come back and be like, wait a minute. Those weren't lepers, weren't they?
Well,
And so I got to leave.
She's given Sean like the, you'll marry me, right?
Right.
Kind of look like, well, we had sex. You're going to marry me, right? And he's like, we didn't even get to the sex part. And she's like, that's okay. I'm going to go with you. And now I'm your wife. Crazy girlfriend eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's like, I need to take you to Sulphur Springs. Fortunately, Pound Town has like 7 stops on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. You know why they call it Sulphur Springs is because they've got a big lagoon, and it's naturally heated with geothermal water, and there's minerals in there, and people usually get naked in there, and I'm thinking you and I go into Sulphur. Sean has checked out, as you guys have also checked out on my innuendoing that Dr. Sarah is doing.
Yeah, but then she starts running down the street, and he's like, and I'm in.
Oh!
Boingity,
Oh,
boingity,
okay.
boingity. That was my first thing when she started running was boingity, boingity, boingity. I'm like, wow.
Abby Lerner did not buy her a sports bra for this performance.
No.
Okay. So, oh my God, we're still so far back in this movie. Good thing nothing happens for a lot of it. I'm going to skip some of this crap because it's
So the
just
general's
nothing
going to
happens.
kill everybody in the bar for no reason. And
Right.
then there's some ninjas killing other ninjas. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they're chased. Sean kills a bunch of ninjas with his weapons. He does have a baton that turns into nunchucks. I hadn't seen that before.
And then he has a takedown bow. And
Oh my
he
God,
has a shuriken holder.
He has a ceremony while they're being chased by ninjas so that he can build his goddamn bow that I guess he had in his bag or something. I don't know.
And you don't have a ceremony for a takedown bow. It's a
Yeah.
relatively modern bow.
Oh, he does the fucking, like, hold on, I can't use this until I do the splits, ninjas.
Yeah.
Good thing
Then
you guys are inept.
this is important after he does this fucking ritual and you get to see his belt-mounted shuriken holder.
Right.
That there's ninjas just wandering about. And the only way to be captured is to sneak up on the ninjas. So that's exactly what they do, is they sneak up on these ninjas that are wandering out in the open.
Correct.
So the ninjas are not behaving like ninjas because they're wandering around in the open aimlessly, seemingly have no purpose. And so they try to sneak up on them in the open, and it just doesn't work.
No.
But he does catch an arrow.
He does. Yeah, he does the arrow catching thing from American Ninja 3. But they get netted. They're captured. The net.
The net captures them.
All three of them, except for Pongo, who gets away.
Slippery, that Pongo.
So the rescue team now needs to be rescued because of ninjas that suck. I mean, this is bad work, Sean. Real bad work. Look, you weren't the most effective. I guess Steve James not around anymore. But seriously, wow. Nice work. Meanwhile, on top of Mount Ninja,
I would say this is actually General Disappointment's Flooring Emporium.
He's got the ninjas up there doing the air punch thing where they're like, huh, yeah, huh, for like hours on end. They're just sitting there. The Colonel's there. Shah-Blah-Blah's there. What are we calling a head ninja guy? The
Super Ninja is his name in the script, I think.
Super Ninja, okay. They're just up there plotting, like, oh, bad guys talk, blah, oh, I hate Americans, blah, 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 blah.
They're just, my dick is bigger than your dick conversation.
Yeah, oh, see, aren't my ninjas awesome? And the freaking Shah-Blah-Blah starts golf clapping.
He golf claps after a ninja falls on glass and rips his balls to shreds. He's like, wonderful. This is why we need that $50 million. We're losing ninjas left and right to this hazardous training activity.
Well, I don't know. Maybe don't run them through this obligatory ninja obstacle course? Well, then what do I watch? It's not like we've got HBO up here. Dick face shoe salesman. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You sell floors? While you're selling floors, I'm training ninjas!
I also super loved that at the end of this training course are a bunch of spears, right? But they're being worked by other ninjas. So if you really hated a guy and you knew he was coming through, you'd just be like, I'm stabbing this fucker. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the punching thing on American Ninja Warrior or Wipeout, where they have the little fist that punch out of the wall and you get knocked off and you fall in the mud. It's like that.
Yeah, but it's on both sides. So you're going to get
death.
Yeah, but you're
to death.
You're going to get stabbed. I mean, I think only 2 dudes made it through out of the 10. One did somersault through and the other guy was like, oh. Good thing I didn't eat my chocolate cake today or I would have gotten speared in the tummy.
That guy got stabbed in the tummy by one of his coworkers. They were having lunch together just minutes ago. It was soup day.
Everybody golf clap.
He's dead from his buddy. I love being a ninja commander.
This is also where the impressively terrible Foley work starts to just shine. Like a bright, shining diamond. It's so bad.
Yep.
It's like a man slapping himself in his own face with a stake and going, "Hurrah!" Like, that's what it sounds so bad.
All right, so they bring Sean and Karl and the doctor up, or the coroner, whatever you want to call her. And they make Sean just stand there and get beat up for a while, but then he's like, why am I getting beat up? I'm better. These guys fucking suck, man. Seriously, I'm not going to get beat up. So he starts kicking their ass, and but then they trank him. Oh, they trank dart him. Like, that's so shitty.
And then Neil Diamond gets down and grabs his hair and starts screaming in his face, but he's passed the fuck out.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you doing?
Look, I know that you're... if I ever need to put wood floor in my kitchen, I come to you. But you need to stay away from the ninjas. Just let me handle the ninja stuff. You are clearly not qualified. You don't know that the tranquilizer from the... Okay. Go back to your tables and your chairs. The selling of them. Okay. Because that's what you do.
Meanwhile, Karl isn't doing jack shit. He's just standing behind the woman like...
What's Karl going to do, Jackie?
What is Karl going to do?
What's he going to do?
Not a goddamn thing this whole movie. That's what he's going to do.
The thing that Karl is best at in life, Jackie, is getting married. And he can't even do that right.
Yep.
It's terrible. Okay. But then they take him down to the crappy basement because that's where they've got like this like old, just like poles that they can hang guys up on, and like Colonel can lick people in the ear. But then of all the people he has to get a whip out and start whipping, guess who it is?
Karl.
It ain't the white guy.
Yeah. He spanks Sean's butt with the whip.
Oh, touche. Oh.
I wrote down not how to use a whip, and then why is he spanking Sean's bottom?
Yeah, okay, so Sean gets spanked on the bottom. Meanwhile, Karl's getting the fucking Takuta Kinte treatment over there.
Mm-hmm.
Not good. Manom, Abby, anybody want to, like, check some notes?
Anybody checking the dailies on this thing?
Hey, Karl, how do you feel about getting whipped in a movie? Maybe Sean should get whipped first instead of just me. Just me gets... Yeah, I mean, weird. You insensitive pricks. All right. Hey, 44 minutes in, Michael Dudikoff casually strolls into work.
And his class sucks.
Sorry, I was surfing this whole time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late. You should have seen the waves today, man. So much gnar out there.
It was. And then he's like, all right, kids, we're going to learn about the environment. Do you know what the environment is? It's anything around you. So just, like, think about that. I'm like, whoa. Peace Corps needs to find some better folks.
I mean, like, it's like the trees and the earth and, like, the plants and, like, I mean, you really shouldn't judge all plants the same. I mean, it's, God put them there, and so if I want to smoke a bunch of one of them, that's, God did it, so that's the environment.
He's not even getting that deep. He's like that bench you're sitting on.
He tells him to go, all right, so that was class today, so guys, go outside and get some environment. Just go get some and then bring it in here, and we'll talk about it. Hey, Joe, teacher Joe Armstrong, I brought some air in with me. Yeah, that is environment, actually. Good work there,
so
Billy.
It's actually an A for, like, doing invisible environment stuff and, like, blowing my mind.
I'm sorry. Oh, God, I'm just so stoned. Oh, no, don't say that out loud, kids. All right, so he's a fucking teacher, and he's terrible. Colonel Troutman comes in, and he's like, hey, Rambo, you need to go back into war. I told you the last time I was ever going to do it. Well, your buddy Sean got captured, and Colonel Joe Armstrong kind of giggles a little bit. Of course he did.
Because he's a dick. And then he takes his sweet-ass time to make outdoor coffee. Like, for a second, I thought he was homeless. Like, he's got this banged-up tea kettle without a top on it. And then there's some rando ducks in the background, and he's just like, the best part of waking up is duck shit in my cup. Like, what are you doing? Your friend has been captured. They're going to kill him, and you're like, I'm going to take my time.
I mean, when you're Colonel John Matrix and Colonel Trentman comes out to you and, the blood bank guy, whatever. Yeah, it comes up to you and says, hey, John Matrix, you got to get back into the war game. You know, you got to think on it a little bit, Jackie. And the best way to do that is with a refreshing cup of outdoor coffee that you made in a fire pit. Because you're homeless? Peace Corps doesn't pay?
Hot coffee makers are expensive, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, he takes like 5 minutes to think think it over. Just a little bit of coffee. He's like, okay, I'm ready to go. Cleared out the weed out of my system. And a little caffeine THC battle and caffeine one. I'm ready to kick some ass slowly.
In my own clothes.
Yeah, because let's be honest,
I don't think wardrobe got to him at any point. Like he kind of kept walking in.
Right.
He's like, I know I see the ninja stuff. And they're like, well, we have your movie. He's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, so he flies down. He meets Pongo. And Pongo's like, okay, I'm going to take you up to Sulphur Springs. He's like, oh, I've seen the catalogs for that. It looks nice. No.
Why didn't you take everybody else directly to Sulphur Springs?
Took him to a doctor in a bar? Huh. I don't know why I did that. Oh, because the doctor has huge cans. That's right.
That's why.
Yeah. Oh, that checks out. All right. So the ninjas, they freaking attack them out of nowhere while they're driving down the road. One just jumps on the hood of the car from, I guess, the sky. And Joe kills them all.
Joe punches him off the car through the windshield.
Yes, he does.
When they get out of the car and he starts doing his exaggerated moves to Alpha Ninja, the martial artist David Bradley.
Alpha Ninja is the name of my 60s cover band.
Okay.
Yep. TM.
All right.
It's funny. Funny you should say, all right. That's the same reaction we got at our first gig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Is your bomb track Shuriken Ho? Couldn't leave that one out there. He does some of the worst fake karate I've ever seen in any movie ever.
It's really bad. And like they had to cut so hard. Like every time he swings a punch, you can tell that they get it in the shot. Everything is set up perfectly, but they have to cut 2 seconds away before the punch lands because he is not trying hard to do karate at all. Not make it look good in any way there, Dudikoff. It's bad. But you see, it turns out I don't actually know any karate. I'm a surfer.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. All right. So he whips all their asses. They're dead. He kills them all with their own weapons. That was kind of something.
Yeah.
Don't bring weapons, I guess, against Joe Armstrong. So they get to Silver Spring, and it's Mad Max, but it's not Mad Max because Mad Max had guns, right? Barter Town has guns, I think.
Yeah.
These guys only have handcrafted axes, and they're all kind of barbarian-y. Like big tummies and robust men with beards. Like, what the fuck is Silver Springs?
They have guns later for whatever reason.
Yeah,
but right
they
now,
get guns later.
I was like, oh, looks like Mad Mike has made it to Thunderdome.
We don't need another hero. Because we keep sending heroes and they keep getting captured.
Through the classic of any discovering of merit, they're like, well, kill that guy, and then they can't kill him, and so the leader's like, stop it.
Stop it. That man is clearly qualified to be among us.
He says something to that. He's like, this is what's wrong with us. We're all too shitty to beat up with that guy, so we need that guy.
We need that guy. So, yeah, his name is Tamba, the leader. We actually don't even really need to talk about him. Joe just says, hey, so I came up here to ask you guys if you want to run distraction for me while I attack this fort. I know you don't have any real skin in this game or anything because, it's not your buddies that got captured. And, like, if somebody was to blow up New York, I mean, yeah, you'd see about it in the news. But you guys live in, seriously, Barter Town. So I don't think you really care, but you want to attack this fort anyways? And they're like, yeah, we're tired of the man.
Yeah. Also, the engineering is at the Civic Center.
Right.
Okay, let's go get it. Well, we're going to have to go in disguise because there's a party.
Yeah, there's a party I got to sneak into and get the map. So this is what I don't get is Tamba sits him down and they look at a map of the fortress and then they talk about these ammo tunnels right then, and Joe's like, well, that sounds like a pretty good place to go in at. And then they're at this party, and he's got to steal a map. What was wrong with the map he had?
No, they actually need the engineering of the facility so that they can figure out which tunnels he needs to go through.
Well, let's ask this. What the hell is an ammunition tunnel?
It's the tunnel that you take ammunitions through at the dam. That's also a prison that's decommissioned.
That has water going through the tunnels, which would imply to me
dam.
that they're sewer tunnels. If it's well, it's a fort, so it seems like that's where the poop goes.
So they have ammunition tunnels to get ammunition tunneled to the places it needs to get tunneled to.
Through poop tunnels. Through the same tunnels.
That's why they're getting the engineering, so they don't go in the poop tunnels, they go in the ammunition tunnels.
Don't go in tunnels. The ones that have poop coming out of them, don't go in those. The other ones are the ammo tunnels. I cracked the case. You don't need to get a map, Joe. And also, why? Just go. Okay.
Also, he disguises himself as a priest, which is what my prog rock band name is, Ninja Priest.
Ninja Priest. Yep. Okay.
And he Vulcans that general guy, the drink stealer.
Yeah.
Neck pinches a guy. What the hell? That's not a ninja move. That's a Vulcan move.
It's a Riley. That's the guy, the lieutenant who drinks other people's drinks.
His name is
who
O'Reilly.
has already in this scene stolen 2 drinks and white guy danced to jazz.
All right, so Joe gets into the file room. He gets the map. The Colonel and the Sheik, they see Riley down on the ground going, I can't believe he fucking neck pinched me. I didn't see that in the cards. They go looking for Joe, but he's too sneaky. He jumps in the car and gets away. And they're like, damn it. And then, so now they're ready to go. It's lock and load time. This takes forever because it's them talking about locking and loaded and giving stink eyes and like, you ready? And men loading up guns. The Colonel is like, let's kill let's bomb stick with the plan. Where he said bomb the place and get the dead guys and the money. And Joe, meanwhile, is making a katana that he never uses on a grinding wheel.
Yep. And he's doing blue steel over and over again. Whereas Shah-Blah-Blah is just sort of tuning out of the scene and staring at the camera because he doesn't know if the scene is still going.
Right? And Colonel Neil Diamond's like, well, I'm going to bed. Take this drink there, Riley. And Riley's like, okay, scotch.
Yeah. O'Reilly's like, this is my drink now. Who's writing this shit anyway? And the guy's like, me. Oh, sorry. I stole your drink again.
Sorry, Neil Diamond. All right. So next day, Barter Town, they move out in their cars with their big guns. And Joe takes a boat upriver. The Colonel, he's preparing for the attack by slapping Dr. Cans around. Nice stuff. Like,
he grabs her boobs a lot.
Yeah. Well, we'll move on from that. The prison, they're all taken out for execution into this like courtyard. Like they've got an execution courtyard built at Joe's ninja training and flooring emporium.
Flooring emporium has it's the witch burning mall in the middle. Mm-hmm. Okay. They're going to burn them at the stake for execution.
They are going to burn them at the goddamn stake. And then have steak later. Barbecue. Steak on a steak.
Meanwhile, Joe is taking his sweet-ass time. He's had 2 costume changes where he jumps in a hole and he changes into his ninja outfit. Then he takes the yellow outfit off of some other dude that he kicks the shit out of and changes into that, which causes him to be late to the executions.
He takes off his mask so that he's no longer... At this time, he is dressed as a ninja among other ninjas. He is perfectly in disguise. He could wander freely and do as he wished, but he does not.
He does not.
Undisguises himself so that he can change costumes over and over again to the point when it's time to actually rescue him. One of the Delta Force guys gets burned alive. He doesn't make it because Joe's been fucking around this whole time.
Yeah.
But I thought it was great, though, that the first guy that they burned, his ropes burned off, and so he was able to flail himself around.
Yeah. Also, the other, like, you're dressed as a ninja, the code of the ninja being disguise and stealth, doesn't want anything to do with that. He's clunking through the ammunition tunnels like he's playing the goddamn drums.
They can hear him clean.
They're like, what is that sound? And he's like, it sounds like somebody's fucking around real loud in the ammunition tunnels. And you're like, why would they be doing that? And then the general's like, ammunition tunnels! Run alert! I'm like, how shitty of a ninja are you if you're making that much noise sneaking?
Sean McClane's sitting in an air vent like, oh, God damn it. Huh. Wow. You playing the drums in there, Joe Armstrong?
Yeah.
You have that in your ninja bag? A fucking kick drum and a snare in there? What is that? Play it again, Mr. Tambourine Man? Fuck God, you loud asshole. So they send ninjas after him, and he fights a bunch of ninjas. But the one thing I will give this movie, because I'm not going to give this movie a whole lot, is he catches an arrow in his teeth and then turns his head to stab a guy in the neck with the arrow he just caught in his teeth. I was like, oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, because David Bradley caught it with his hands.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he got alpha'd him. And then he killed a guy while alphaing him.
Yeah.
Without really even putting much effort. He just was like, hey, what's over there? Oh, yeah, I forgot I had an arrow in my mouth. Sorry about that, Herbert. It's awesome. That was ninjaing right there.
But anyway, back at the witch burning tower, they're starting to light the second Delta guy on fire, and he's just fucking casually strolling along.
Yes.
Oh, no. We are not there yet, because Joe makes it down to the basement where they were being held captive, and he finds Sean. And he's like, hey, buddy, how you been? And Sean is like, I don't look anything like Sean. You guys have never met before, have you? No, we never actually met. We just did AOL chat, because this is 1991. We don't really have good technology yet. That guy doesn't look anything like Sean. Fake Sean does not look like Sean. And Joe's like, hey, bud, how you been, man? Long time no see. Oh, why are you trying to kill me with a knife? Because I'm not Sean.
This was so confusing to me. So there's a lot of tussling about, and I'm like, Sean Doppelganger, ? Is that David Bradley?
It definitely was not.
They fight a bunch, and then he pulls a face off, and there's another guy underneath there, and I'm like, unclear.
Well, he kills Sean. The whole time he's thinking, oh, Sean's gone rogue, and he's trying to kill me. He must be drugged, whatever. He stabs Sean to death, and then he pulls the face. Oh, thank God it wasn't Sean. Woo! How about that? You killed your bud, dude. There was a moment in this film where you're like, I had no problem plunging a knife into my friend. No problem at all with it. You shouldn't have come at me like that.
So then he goes upstairs and he steals another ninja costume. I'm like, dude, you were dressed like a ninja the whole time.
Yep.
You don't need to steal any more ninja costumes.
Don't mind me. Why aren't you wearing a? It's required that you wear your ninja mask at all time, Yellow Ninja. Don't mind me.
I can't do blue steel in a ninja mask.
Yeah, right.
I'm working on Magnum.
I think you're one of these guys in disguise then. Joe said, the ninja that Joe was talking to. Because his disguise doesn't last very long. Because he uses smoke grenades to free Sean, and then Sean frees everybody else, because that's all apparently Sean's good for. And then they all start fighting ninjas.
Except for the two guys who've already been, well, I guess the second guy didn't get burned up as much. He could probably still walk.
Yeah. He needs new pants. And then they just kind of skulk away. Like, they're fighting ninjas, and then, like, the ninjas surround them at this door, and they're just like, we'll see ourselves out.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
There's a part where the super ninja, Templar ninja, whatever the fuck he is, you actually get a look at his face, and I'm like, whoa, that guy looked like Matt Damon a lot.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, I know Matt Damon is not old enough to be in this, so that's not him, but that looks like Matt Damon.
So the Silver Spring crew, they arrive, guns blazing. They're shooting.
They
up the place.
came up through the main driveway.
Yeah, they just drove up. Hey.
Has he got like a mailbox for a blower on like a diesel?
Yeah, right?
It doesn't make any sense.
Jackie said that too. She's like, hey, they've got an entire HVAC system on the hood of that car. It says Goodman on it. Never heard of Goodman cars. Yeah, it's because it's an air conditioner. All right, so they're all fighting ninjas. The ninjas are getting shredded because they have guns, and ninjas, the guns. And Joe and the rest of the crew, they come back out the door. They're like, hey, it looks like it's going our way. Let's go out there instead of leaving. Because the whole point was to leave.
Well, they're like, okay, we'll see ourselves out. Bye. And then when it seems like it's safe for everybody else, they're like, we haven't killed enough ninjas yet, bro.
Right.
Let's get back in there and kill these ninjas. The white ninjas are the designated ninjas to handle the nuclear device.
That's right. That's all they do is stand there. They don't die or kill anybody in this entire movie. I wonder what happened to those guys. First time I've ever seen a clan color code of ninjas do absolutely nothing.
They handle the nuclear device.
They don't.
They did. They carried it for a little bit.
They carried it to the chopper because and that's where the Shah-Blah-Blah is like, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. And he runs to the chopper, and the chopper pilot is like, where can I take you, sir? And he's like, Mecca with a dirty bomb. Wait, I thought, why would...
When we get there, will you need those white ninjas to handle it? Oh, shit. You know what? We'll find some white ninjas there.
Forgot about that. This chopper only seats 4, and there was like 6 of those guys.
There was only 2 white ninjas. They should have got in the back. There wasn't enough room on the seat after the nuke was in there.
Yeah, but Phil, the white ninja, he farts a lot.
Oh.
So... sorry. Guess you're going to stay behind. All right. So then the super chopper pilot's like, all right, sir, I'll take you directly to Mecca, flying over the base that's getting destroyed right now by guys with anti-aircraft guns in their hands. Instead of taking, because we're nowhere near, why did I fly back over the fortress?
Well, sir, since we're out of this mess, I think I'll just take you to the scenic route. We'll spin by one more time. If you look to your right, you'll see some anti-aircraft. Oh, my God, this was a terrible idea.
Kaboom. Blow up the chopper. Karl actually kills the Shah-Blah-Blah with a freaking rocket-propelled grenade.
He did something in the movie.
So, if the mega bomb was on that plane, wouldn't it have just killed everyone?
No, that's not how nukes work, honey. You got to arm them.
Oh, all right.
Yep. It is how a dirty bomb works, though.
The plutonium,
right?
The plutonium slides into a chamber containing the uranium, and when those two radioactive materials meet, that causes the
they spin the hydrogen ignites the initial, then there's the air. But they taught that a dirty bomb, and that's what a dirty bomb is igniting nuclear material in a non-nuclear reaction. So she's kind of right. If that was a dirty bomb, it would have gone off.
That's true. I don't think that's true at all, Sam.
A dirty bomb is not a nuclear reaction. It is a nuclear material exploded conventionally. If the movie Peacemaker is right about that, because that's the only thing I know.
Yeah, you're right. A dirty
bombs.
bomb is different than a nuke, because a dirty bomb is just an explosion. It's
nuclear material in a conventional explosion in order to.
Right. It's a very small yield,
but
bomb.
It spreads radiation over a clouded area, and it's very deadly. And if this was a dirty bomb, then Jackie's right, that set it off, and they're all going to die
then
horribly
they are
slowly.
all dead. Yeah. But you can't have a dirty bomb with a timer. It just either blows up or it doesn't blow up. I guess you could put a timer on. I don't know.
Why not?
Whatever. These guys are dead. They're dead. Man, I got the burps. Okay, so the colonel, he grabs Dr. Respectable Woman, who should be treated nicely in the annals of history, and takes her down to the basement. and Joe and the Ninja Templar are upstairs, and they get into this weird hand standoff. You remember that? Like, Joe, like, reaches up his hand and is like, using the force against Ninja Templar.
This is after the general and David Bradley, because the general grabs what's-her-face for one last rape, and then David Bradley has an extended beating the shit out of him.
Right.
And then we're set up with...
Either way...
The Ninja Soul Reach.
The Ninja Soul Reach?
Yeah, it's what I could come up with, because they started far apart.
Was that shit?
Like it's from Tommy or something, and he's like, "Can you feel my ninja soul?" He's like, "Let me see." Yeah. And then they slowly get into like a wrestling lockup, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Yeah. Oh man, this was weird. I'd never seen this in a ninja movie. So downstairs, Sean and the Colonel are fighting in like a storage room. I don't know what the hell this place is. And upstairs, Joe is beating the crap out of this ninja. It's kind of going back and forth. But anyways, Sean kicks the general or the colonel into a table. At the same time, Joe is upstairs kicking the Ninja Templar into a pile of boxes. The table breaks under the weight of the colonel. Ninja Templar doesn't really even affect those boxes at all.
No.
So Joe chucks a grenade on him and blows his ass up.
Yeah.
Downstairs, Colonel is dead from getting kicked onto a table. That's it.
Sarah's like, "Take me to Pound Town," and is like, "Gladly.
Mm-hmm.
This is ridiculous. I'm ready to leave." And then my favorite part of the movie happens.
Where
Joe has neatly folded up his stolen yellow ninja costume.
Why?
And he goes over to Pongo and he puts his hand on his shoulder and is like, "I'd like you to have this stolen yellow ninja costume."
Wait, don't the yellow ninjas suck? And also, why would I care?
"Here, I want you to have this to remember." What is he doing? What is he doing here?
It gets weirder because they've earned their freedom. They've freed Turkmenistan or shit, Pakistan or whatever. And everybody is in silence. Nobody is like doing the Ewok playing on the stormtrooper head. There's none of that going on. Everybody's just kind of milling around like, oh, killed a lot of people today. And Joe just freaking is like, "Hey, Sean, if you ever want to find me, I'll be at school."
And then he gets into like a cab and goes back to the airport.
And then just, yeah, that's the... Okay.
What? He hailed a cab? When did he do that?
Goodbye. This was the most anticlimactic freeing of a nation that I've ever been involved with. I don't know about you guys, but you know, this was kind of a boring, free, liberating of oppressed people that I've ever been involved in. You guys feeling good at all? No.
Nope.
No, I don't.
Why did that guy give that boy a ninja costume?
I'm confused and bored more than anything.
So tenderly.
Are you gonna keep it, Pongo?
I kind of have to keep it until he leaves.
I'm just gonna chuck it in the pile with all the other yellow ninja costumes that are filled with yellow ninja bodies. Why do I want this, Joe?
Why?
It smells.
I haven't, since we've been doing this program, I have not seen anything as strange as that ninja costume. Like, here,
Thanks.
I want you to... Why would you do that?
Look, I tried to explain Pokemon to Joe one time. That's, and he got confused about Pikachu because he's yellow and he's kind of got bullshit powers. Joe's an idiot, all right? His heart's in the right place. He tried to give me Pikachu.
So I ended up having to watch the credits because I was so puzzled by what had just happened in front of me. There was only 15
rad-ass butt song at the end of this too.
Yeah, they pulled this up with 15 stuntmen.
Okay, wow.
Now here's the puzzling part. The sound department had 7 people, and this is what the sound department had half as many people as the stuntmen, and this is some of the worst sound design and Foley work I've ever seen in a movie.
Good point, yeah. I gotta go back to the end of this movie. I gotta go back. Hey, Sean, if you ever want to find me, I'll be at the school. Sean says nothing. That is the last line of dialogue delivered in this movie by Sean. Just
Okay.
He doesn't even say K. He just
You didn't call us a cab?
No, I'm good, Joe.
Okay. No, we'll ride into town with Pongo.
Yeah,
I don't think he's keeping that costume.
Good luck at school, Joe. Alpha Ninja. A guy died because of costume changes, you bastard.
A bastard is highly trained government assassin. Lost his life to costume changes.
You know, at the same time, I got netted. So, I guess, whatever. All right, question time. Jackie.
I don't have any.
Okay, Sammy.
Do you think Pongo will think of the man that died when he wears the ninja costume that caused the man to die? When he's wearing it, I guess.
Maybe it's like the flag that the widow puts on the casket when the guy goes down and she dives on top. Maybe Pongo's gonna put am I supposed to do this with I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the costume.
Is Pongo supposed to do with that? Because he's not gonna fit into it for years if he ever fits into it.
Yeah, I gotta buy a mannequin now, Joe. I don't even have a house.
Use this as a flag on my Datsun. Hang it on the antenna as a trophy.
Cut it up into strips for oil changes. Thanks a lot, Joe. Oh, clothes. Wow. I just freed a goddamn country. Thanks for this shirt, asshole. Hey, Pongo, do you want to visit me at school? No, I don't want to visit you. What the hell? I never want to see you again. My question is, why is this and the last one, because I forgot to ask this on American Ninja 3, why is this one and American Ninja 3 R-rated? They're both R's. There's no swear words throughout the entire thing. Neither of them have cans in it, and the gore and violence was pretty light.
They may have asked for an R just to have the shelf space. Could be just the level of violence. Violence was getting R's at this time too.
Turn of the
which
90s.
It should. I mean, come on. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying
there's a lot more violence
where R is due, and if there's
a lot more violence in a modern Marvel movie, that's for fucking sure.
Absolutely, there's more violence in Star Wars, which is PG.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Lots more. I mean, these are just faceless ninja. Like, just feed them into a lawn chipper, and kids will be like, "Don't care."
Jurassic Park's PG, right? 8-year-olds were shitting their pants when that Tyrannosaurus like, "I get to see a dinosaur," and then it does its thing, and they're like, "I pooped."
Mommy made. It was big. It was like that Triceratops poop that Joe Goldblum stuck his hand in, or Helen Mirren. What the hell's her name?
No, it's Bruce
Diane
Dern's daughter.
Keaton. Laura Dern.
Laura Dern, yeah.
It's like that big in my pants, Mom. Popcorn. Seriously, Mom. Don't feed me popcorn and then show me dinosaurs eating a man. It's a bad combo. That's all I got is why they are rated on this, because it's just stupid. This thing is so. Yeah. Sam, anything else from you?
I'd like to, we could venture to guess how many adventures they had that would have been worth telling instead of this one when they were operatives together.
Yeah, no shit, huh?
Why not make that movie?
I got one more that I just thought of because we're not considering American Ninja 5 American Ninja. This is the last of the American Ninja line. Let's rank them. Jackie, starting with you. American Ninja 1 through 4, favorite, worst to first. First to worst.
2.
Okay.
1, 3,
Okay.
and then this one.
Got it. Sam.
Wait, that was worst to first?
No, best
to
to
worst.
first.
First to worst. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
What happens in 2? Hold on. What happens in 2?
Beach ninjas.
But that has Dudikoff and Steve James, right?
It does, yes.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's pretty good, but 1, 3, 2, 4.
Okay.
So I think 1 is Jackie said 2, but I think 2, 1 votes outweighs. So 1's the best. I think we're split, but we're 100% clear. This one is the worst.
It's terrible.
Most people consider 3 the worst, but I liked the completely stupid plot of the third one and the dead guys in the room that are just standing there, but they're not dead guys. There was some serious weird ninja bullshit on that one. I think 3 is actually better than the second one.
Yeah, because if you're in some camp, they're like, oh, 4 is better than 3 because Dudikoff's in it.
Right. That's
no,
it.
Steve James is the show, guys.
Yeah. No,
and he said no to do McBain.
I'm gonna go ahead and start recommendations, and I'll just go first, even though that's kind of against the rules. It is a do. There's moments that's fun. It is a stupid action, silly movie, but it is by far the worst of the American Ninjas, and at several points is a little boring, and it's probably too long. But I still give it a do. Jax?
I'm gonna give it a don't. I almost fell asleep 3 times, and there just wasn't enough. I mean, there just wasn't enough action to keep me interested in the movie, and all the slow moving and all the weird slow-mo shots.
Taking forever to get anywhere.
Yeah, it was irritating. It irritated me by the end. I just wanted it to be over.
I can see that. Sam?
I agree with both of you. I am going to add that on paper, when you have Mad Max versus the Ninjas, this should be like America 3000 level of bullshit.
Right.
But its poor execution is where Jackie says. So ultimately, it's still a do, but it's a 51% do, and it should be a 110% do.
Yeah.
Its execution is just god awful.
Yep, I'm with you. I agree. I like I say, I'm probably I'm also at a 51, but if one of us wanted to be at a 49, I could get it. Or even if one of us wanted to be at a 30, I get it. Which I think is where Jackie's at. It's just, it's just not very good.
It's not very good. It's not exciting, and you don't have to be good to be exciting, and this is shit.
Yeah. All right. That's podcast for this week. Next pick is Sam's. Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Oh, did you just tell you what it is now?
No, I haven't. I said next week is your pick, and then you said yes, and I
yes,
said hello. Okay, that's as far as we're gonna go with that.
No.
Okay.
It's another canon film. This one's probably dangerous territory because it's most certainly not very good. And it's not very good in a very bad way. Mm-hmm. It's Appointment of Death, another canon film. And it's the only time canon films got a hold of the Agatha Christie property, Detective Poirot. Yeah, they shouldn't have had that. It could be as good as, say, Ellen Quartermain, because they got a hold of him somehow, but I doubt it.
I'm kind of looking forward to it, actually.
It's on
that
Tubi.
Sounds terrible. Okay, Tubi. All right, guys, have a great week. Get to the chopper.